and as you can see, we can do a fair bit of rock and it is broke. Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Automotive Insight. Today we've got a 2016 Chrysler Pacifica. The customer has a rather interesting complaint, or at least an interesting way of wording it. He says that it basically feels like it is a four-wheel drive truck in four-wheel drive trying to turn on cement or asphalt. It's kind of like binding or clicking type sound. So I drove it and found what certainly appears to be a broken engine mount. So we'll show you how we came to that conclusion and then walk you through the replacement of that. So let's get to it. So the easiest way to tell if you've got a bad engine mount is to what's called power brake it, where you put the car in drive and then reverse, put your foot all the way down on the floor and give it gas. And you'll see the engine jumping back and forth. So that engine's doing a fair bit of dancing. It's actually a little bit easier to see underneath it. So anyway, let's get it up in the air and take a look at it. To get started, we'll take off this gigantic undershield here. This one's missing a whole bunch of bolts, but what are here are 10 millimeters, and they kind of go around the perimeter. So in our case, there's about 8 of them, but it looks to be like there's supposed to be about 12. So we'll go ahead and get those off. So this is the broken mount in question, and as you can see, we can do a fair bit of rock and it is broke back here on this side. So this is our mount. I believe they call this a torque mount or a torque strut. So let's get to that. All right, so up on the top here, I'll do what I can to get you there. It is right here. This bolt is a 21, and you can get to it from the front with a 21 and a 3/8 ratchet. This one here is also a 21. All right, so while we were able to get the old broken one out without taking this bracket here off, we are not able to get it back in. So plan now is to take this bracket off. There is one 18 millimeter here, and there are 3 15 millimeters along this side of it. So we'll get to that. The nut part you want to make sure is on the driver's side. And I'm going to go ahead and just get this bolt started somewhat. All right, so we got it in, and don't ever let it be said that we don't show our mistakes here, because we got it in, and turns out this bushing is pretty much just as bad. So we'll have to take this bracket back off. We went and got another one, and we'll put it on. All right, so fast forward about 6 minutes. New brackets in.
Much better.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap this one up. This job is really not bad. Even if you had to do it on the ground, it's probably not all that bad. I did find that after we found that that other bushing was also bad, that they oftentimes, at least in the aftermarket world, sell both of those mounts together. So that should have been an indication that I should have been looking for that as well. But anyway, parts and labor breakdown. The parts that we used were both from Dodge, and the one mount was like $80 and the other mount was like $90. So we're at like $170 in parts. Labor's a half an hour. It's not that big a deal. Anyway, that fixed the clunking noise, the four-wheel drive type noise they was listening to or hearing. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Hopefully we earned a thumbs up from you. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. We have new content for you every single week, so consider subscribing to the channel. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
I'll pick you up at 8. You probably won't be awake. Call yourself an Uber, babe. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Now, if you don't put this thing on, the car's liable to catch on fire and explode. Hopefully we're in a... yeah.